गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स। हम अपनी एमएससी फाइनल की इस इन्वायरमेंटल केमिस्ट्री के इस पेपर में आज हम ग्रीन हाउस इफ़ेक्ट के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं या उसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं। जैसे कि हम जानते हैं कि ग्रीन हाउस इफ़ेक्ट जो है, ग्रीन हाउस मीन्स बिल्डिंग मेड ऑफ ग्लास विथ हीट एंड humidity regulated by plants. Atmosphere like glass absorbs some of the long waves radiations emitted by earth and radiates the energy back of the earth. A greenhouse is the body which allows the short wavelength incoming solar radiations to come in but does not allow the long wavelength outgoing terrestrial infrared radiations to escape. In a similar way, we can say the Earth's atmosphere bottles up the energy of an sun and acts like as a greenhouse where CO2 or carbon dioxide acts as a glass windows. CO2 and water vapors in the atmosphere transmit short wavelength solar radiations but reflect the longer wavelengths heat radiations from warmed surface of the earth. CO2 molecules are transparent to sunlight but not to the heat radiations. So they trap and reinforce the solar heat, stimulating an effect which is heat radiations. So the trap of reinforce the solar heat stimulating an effect which is popularly known as greenhouse effect. It is defined as follows. ये जो है हमने इसकी डेफिनेशन देखी कि ये जो है so the trap and reinforce the solar heat and stimulating an effect which is popularly known as greenhouse effect. इट इज़ डिफाइंड एज फॉलोज। इसको हम इस प्रकार भी इसको हम ऐसे डिफाइन कर सकते हैं जैसे कि ग्रीन हाउस इफेक्ट इज प्रोग्रेसिव वार्मिंग अप ऑफ द अर्थ सरफेस ड्यू टू ब्लैंकेटिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ man-made CO2 in the atmosphere. What is this? This is it means greenhouse effect is progressive warming up of the earth surface due to blanketing effect of man-made CO2 in the atmosphere. And greenhouse effect is the phenomenon due to which the earth retains heat. And greenhouse effect means the excessive presence of CO2, CH4, and 2O, CFCs, carbon chlorofluorocarbons, etc., blocked in the air radiations from the Earth's surface to the atmosphere, leading to an increase the temperature, which in turns would make life difficult on Earth. How to greenhouse effect is produced? ये तो था कि व्हाट इज़ ग्रीन हाउस इफेक्ट, वह हमने देखा व्हाट इज़ ग्रीन। और अब हम बात करेंगे कि व्हाट हाउ द ग्रीन house effect is produced. Under normal conditions of CO2, the temperature of the each surface is maintained by the energy balance of the sun rays that strike the earth and the heat that is radiated back into the outer space. However, when concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere increases, the thick envelope of the gas prevent the heat from being re-radiations out. The heated earth can re-radiate this absorbed energy as the radiation of longer wavelength. The thick CO2 layer acts like the glass panels of a greenhouse or the windows glass of a closed car, allowing the sun rays to filter through but prevent the heat to escape. The effect is to trap the sun warmth. This greenhouse effect is based on the principle of infrared absorption characteristics of gases. We can say, thus, the greenhouse effect is based on the principle of infrared absorption characteristics of gases. Higher the concentration of CO2, greater will be the absorption of thermal radiation. Therefore, more IR radiations is trapped and re-emitted back to Earth's surface, causing heat trap and increasing global temperature. A greenhouse coefficient may be defined as the ratio of the surface temperature. A greenhouse coefficient may be defined as the ratio of surface temperature to the absolute radiation temperature of the whole system for the Earth. And this coefficient is 290/255. It gives 1.137. While for the planet Venus appears to be 700 K/256 K, means 2.60 Venus. Thus, has a much larger greenhouse effect than Earth is. This is presently believed to be caused by higher concentration of sulfuric acid in the Venus atmosphere. तो ये था what is greenhouse effect and how the greenhouse effect is produced and what is greenhouse coefficient.